I'm making this video completely organically, no script, nothing whatsoever. The only thing in front of me is going to be some stuff that I want to show you guys. And I'm filming this video just to give you guys an idea of how good of an opportunity not only DM setting but high ticket sales in general is. And by good opportunity, I want to make it clear what I don't mean. I don't mean you're going to make $1 million your first month, let alone even a couple thousand. I don't mean it's a piece of cake and it's the easiest thing in the world. I don't mean anybody with half a brain can do it. I don't mean that you can do it with no work ethic whatsoever. What I mean is that if you're willing to work and you're willing to put in the hours for maybe 2-3 months, you could come out the other side being on the other side of this camera with making, maybe 5-10 grand a month. I mean that the possibility is absolutely positively there. There's no doubt in my mind. If you guys have never watched one of my videos before, my name's Russell. I'm 16 years old. I've been doing online business for 2.5 years now, since I was a freshman in high school. And no, that doesn't mean I made money for 2 years straight. That doesn't mean I was a success for 2 years straight. I don't even call myself a success, but I wasn't making any money until probably 7 months ago. So 2 years prior to that, I was working drop shipping. I tried having a marketing agency. I tried having a clothing brand. I tried all these different businesses. And I tried them for a few months and nothing clicked, and I just kind of figured out recently why that was and what makes this different and how I can take that and try and get as many of you guys to take advantage of it as possible. So in order to kind of learn why high ticket sales DM setting is the best business model, number one, we have to know what it is, and number two, we also have to know what isn't a good business model. So for example, with drop shipping, something that we see people make a lot of money with, like I know it's a good business model in the idea. However, it's not as good as something like this, and I can tell you guys why. Even to set up your Shopify website and all those things, you have to put in your social. You have to have all this different things that you don't have as a teenager. The main reason is because you have to learn 1 million different skills just to do dropshipping and just to make a couple $1,000. For example, if you want to start dropshipping, you have to learn how to find a winning product. You have to learn how to create a good website. You have to learn how to fulfill on the products that you're selling. You have to learn and honestly master marketing. Instead of learning dropshipping, if you just took one of those skills, like for example, learning how to build websites, you could go freelance, build other people's websites for them, and then there you go. You can make a couple $1,000s a month there. Or if you want to just master marketing on its own without having a dropshipping store, you could go out and run your own marketing agency, Iman Godzi. You could go market for other people and probably make thousands of dollars a month that way. The point is, there is so many different skills that go into something like dropshipping that when little Russell, 14 years old, was trying to get into it, it was way too much for me to handle and I couldn't do it. And I tried for probably 3.5 months. Actually, let me try and show you guys some of the videos that I had back in the day. So I had videos like this, for example, where I had products to like strengthen your forearms. I had videos for chains. I had videos for hair products. I had videos for a lot of things. But I tried for a while. I tried multiple different products over the course of multiple months. I had multiple different websites, hired multiple different people, and I got a total of 1 sale. And hey, when I got that sale, I was ecstatic. I was really happy. I mean, it was awesome. But this video isn't about dropshipping because that's where it stopped. I want to touch on marketing agencies too. The problem with a marketing agency is you need to know sales, you have to close the clients, you need to know copywriting because you have to actually write the ads, you need to know how to be a creative director, you're filming the ads, and a lot of people go into something like a marketing agency and they fail because again, there's so many skills you have to learn. So for me, when little 14.5-year-old Russell went in and tried marketing agency, I didn't get a single client and I made $0, and that was another 3-4 month endeavor. Something like copywriting, for example, one of the skills that you need to know to have a marketing agency, you can take that and you can go and be a copywriter. My friend Mason does all of that stuff. And again, people make $10, $20, $30,000 a month just doing that, even more. Or you can take sales, which is kind of what I do, but not like car sales, online sales, and take that and make 10, 20, 30, even $50,000 a month with it. When I was 15 and I tried to have a clothing brand, and this was like a 6-7 month endeavor. I had 3 different separate drops. I sold probably like 200 pieces total, probably about $6,000 in revenue, and I got millions of views on a lot of them. So I'll let them play here. I had to learn marketing. I had to learn fulfillment. I had to learn how to get my shirts manufactured. I had to learn design. There was a ton of different skills that went into that. I mean, it was ridiculous. And instead of learning how to start a clothing brand, if I learned how to just be a great graphic designer, I could go freelance, make a lot of money. So the reason I feel like that's important is because it kind of is about to highlight why sales is such a good opportunity. I want you guys to realize, like, I'm not an overnight success. Like, I'm not. I tried this stuff for 2 years straight. I know I'm 16, so it's kind of hard to believe, but I literally failed having online businesses for 2 years straight. I don't know what inner drive made me continue, but I did. I struck gold. So I'm gonna kind of share that with you guys and how you guys can get into it too. A little bit about what it kind of is though, before we even get into that, is high ticket sales or DM setting. Again, these things are just the act of selling a high ticket product online for somebody else. And the reason it's so important is that it's for somebody else is you don't have to handle the fulfillment of the product. You don't have to handle creating the product. You don't have to handle the marketing, the lead generation. All of that is taken care of. All you have to do is either take the call or qualify the lead. And then when that deal closes, or when you close that deal, you're gonna get 5 to 10%, even 20% of that whole deal. And the reason that's so good, and I'll bring up an example, one of the offers that I closed on is $4,000, and I got 10% commission on everything I closed for them. They ended up doing a couple $100,000. I collected about $150,000 for them myself last month. So off of that, I made 15 grand just alone last month from one company that I'm working with. And guys, you can work with as many as you want because it's just one skill. It's just one skill that you have to learn, and if you get really good at it, you can be able to go out there and work for as many companies as you want. If I worked for 2 companies doing the same thing, I would have made 30 grand last month. So that's the reason something like this is so good. And I want to kind of talk a little bit more about what it is though. So for something like DM setting, what DM setting is it's the act of being in somebody's Instagram inbox, somebody who's selling a high ticket info product, high ticket course, and all you're doing is responding to messages. You're just responding to messages. And a lead comes in, somebody is interested in purchasing their product, they're interested in learning more, and I'll give you an example. Somebody like, for example, a guy like Andrew Tate. Very, very viral guy. Some people like him, some people don't. But very, very, very viral guy, and his whole niche is making money, having nice cars, whatever it looks like. So let's say Andrew Tate wants to start an info product and he wants to teach people how to make a lot of money through whatever, right? And let's say it's $5,000. Now, Andrew Tate cannot sit in his inbox on Instagram all day answering messages. He just can't do it. So Andrew Tate would hire somebody like a DM setter, like a Luke Bravo, who, one of the kids in my program, makes 20K a month. He'd hire somebody like him to go in and respond to messages for him. So when people come in and they ask him, hey Andrew, I love your videos, man. I'm looking to get into online business. I've been trying for so long. Can you teach me how to make some more money online? So as a DM setter, what you do is you respond to the person, you talk back and forth with them as your Andrew, right, on Andrew's account. You qualify them, right? You make sure they have money, you make sure they're serious about this and they're ready to go. And then what you do is, if all of those things check out and they are perfectly qualified, you throw them on a call with a closer. Closing is basically just hopping on a call with a qualified lead, bringing them through an entire sales process of majority asking them questions, to be honest, and then closing that deal. And when you close that deal, you'll get anywhere from 10 to 20% of it. That's the reason I think sales, in general, online high ticket remote sales is one of the best things right now. It's not easy, but it's super simple, right? And you have to be a dog, and you have to get out there and work, and you have to respond to messages all day, and you have to take these calls seriously. And there's a lot of stuff that goes into it. Maybe you have to do some more studying, whatever it may be. But I want to make it pretty simple that you can do this. I did it. I got into it. My first month I made probably $900. My second month I made like 5 grand. My third month I made like maybe 6 or 7. My fourth month I made, I believe, around 15,000. So the whole point is you don't have to learn a whole slew of 1,000 skills just to make some money online. You only need to learn one, and I think high ticket sales is the one to learn. If you like it, I'm gonna put a link over here to my full training video, and you can go ahead and watch through that. That's gonna give you pretty much everything you need to know if you wanna get into it today. But yeah, if you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. Again, pretty off the dome video, right? No script whatsoever. So if I left anything out, make sure to leave a comment. I'll answer every single one. And yeah, I hope to see you guys really getting some big wins in the future. So peace.